From birth on, children begin to learn about their environments and to communicate with family members. What they are learning is reflected in the ways in which they vocalize. Otto, 2008. How can we as educators and families work together to facilitate early literacy skills? The Nipissing District Developmental Screening Checklist is used as a quick check and not as a formal assessment. After completing the checklist, you may see that your child is on the right track developmentally, or that there may be questions you would like to ask your doctor. Look-See, 2011. The Look-See is an excellent tool for parents to use at home to help their child stay on track to developing these important skills. The kindergarten program is a document designed to assist kindergarten educators in developing a play-based learning environment that supports and recognizes each child as an individual. The kindergarten program is a 2-year program that allows children to develop at their own pace. While I am talking about expectations from the kindergarten program document, you will see how they correlate with the Look-See checklists you will be seeing on the screen. As children learn through play and inquiry, they develop and have the opportunity to practice every day many of the skills and competencies that they will need in order to thrive in the future. Duff and Tomlin, 2018. Does your child use language, verbal and nonverbal, to communicate their thinking, to reflect, and to solve problems? Kindergarten expectation, 1.6. Does your child use specialized vocabulary for a variety of purposes? Example, terms for things they are building or equipment they are using? Kindergarten expectation, 1.7. Turning the pages of a book properly is at the beginning stages of the concept of print. This can include how to hold a book the right way, starting at the front, looking at the pictures, noticing letters and words. Does your child communicate their ideas about something? Example, the meaning of a word, an event, an experience, a mathematical pattern, a motion or movement through music, drama, dance, and or visual arts. Kindergarten expectation, 22.1. Does your child act and talk with peers and adults by expressing and accepting positive messages? Kindergarten expectation, 3.1. When I say to a parent, read to a child, I don't want it to sound like medicine. I want it to sound like chocolate. Mem Fox. Does your child demonstrate an awareness that words can rhyme, can begin or end with the same sound, and are composed of phonemes that can be manipulated to create new words? Kindergarten expectation, 1.11. Does your child ask questions for a variety of purposes? Examples, for directions, for assistance, to innovate on an idea? Kindergarten expectation, 1.8. As you see here, the same expectation is used again as your child continues to learn in the 2-year program. Does your child use language, verbal or nonverbal communication to communicate their thinking, to reflect, and to solve problems? Kindergarten expectation, 1.6. Can your child retell experiences, events, and familiar stories in proper sequence? Example, orally, in new and creative ways, using drama, visual arts, nonverbal communication, and representation. Kindergarten expectation, 1.10. Being able to talk about pictures in a book is a pre-reading skill. Does your child demonstrate an interest in reading? Kindergarten expectation, 11.1. Does your child demonstrate the ability to take turns during activities and discussions? Kindergarten expectation, 3.2. Can your child make use of one-to-one correspondence in counting objects and matching groups of objects? Kindergarten expectation, 15.3. Does your child demonstrate knowledge of most letters in the alphabet in different contexts? Kindergarten expectation, 11.8. Does your child investigate and explain the relationship between two-dimensional and three-dimensional figures and objects? Kindergarten expectation, 17.3. Once again, the same expectation that has been used above in the age 3 and the age 4 section is used again in the age 5. Does your child use language, verbal or nonverbal communication to communicate their thinking, to reflect, and to solve problems? Kindergarten expectation 1.6. Does your child retell orally or with nonverbal communication familiar experiences or stories in proper sequence? Example, in a new and creative way using drama, visual arts, nonverbal communication, and representation in a conversation. Kindergarten expectation 11.9. Does your child describe personal experiences using vocabulary and details appropriate to the situation? Kindergarten expectation 1.9. Does your child listen and respond to others, both verbally and non-verbally, for a variety of purposes and in a variety of contexts? Kindergarten expectation 1.2. Vocabulary develops more slowly in children who have hearing loss. The gap between the vocabulary of children with normal hearing and those with hearing loss widens with age. Children with hearing loss do not catch up without intervention. Best start, 2013. Research tells us that ESL students can be at high risk for reading difficulties. The group included students from diverse socioeconomic, cultural, and linguistic backgrounds. Abrams and Graham, 2009. There is a growing concern that many children entering early childhood classrooms are not yet ready to learn because they lack the requisite social, emotional skills to engage successfully in learning context. Polutsky, Shearer, Fentuzzi, 2011. Children who have not been read to before they enter school may not have experience listening to rhythms and sounds. They may also not have developed an interest in reading, and we know that motivation is key to learning to read. Abram and Graham, 2009.